So I played a few hours of Outriders. Actually, a good portion of that was loading and crash that made me redo some of the intro. And while it's not enough time to review the game, I'm not so sure I really want to. Into it, let's get. Outriders is a third-person looter shooter from Square Enix, which conveniently released on April 1st of this year. One crash aside, I haven't seen a lot in the way of game-breaking, meme-worthy buggery. Cyberpunk 2077 Outriders is not. So in the game, you find yourself in the role of an outrider, a sort of futuristic scout looking for an inhabitable planet for the remaining human race. You set foot on Enoch, expecting to make a settlement. Weird anomalies occur, nearly everyone you met is murdered. You find yourself in cryosleep, awakening, I think they said 30 years later, to a desolate hellscape Clive Barker would be proud of, only to find yourself killed, but cheating death as you're now an altered with powers. You have some freedom of choice in your character class. I went with the trickster, but in practical gameplay I felt more like a tank than agile time ninja, absorbing bullets more than finessing. My biggest takeaway though, from early impressions with Outriders, is depression. The presentation greets you with a static screen. You have the blandest gray holodeck menu for your inventory. Big boy dialogue cursing so much to the point that it makes the situation edgelord sophomoric.
Why didn't you go somewhere else? The Outriders could have—
The Outriders are dead.
What?
And the anomaly keeps us in this fucking valley. We can't go anywhere else. You don't get it, do you? You think you're dreaming? This is real. Believe me, it's fucking real. So whether you like it or not, you're stuck here in the mud and shit like the rest of us.
This is not the way mature adults converse. The world of Enoch doesn't seem worthy of fighting for. Rival human gangs murder away. There's some kinda Gears-esque locust front to splatter. And if that's not enough, the environment itself wants you gone. Whoever you're fighting for seems to be reduced to charred remains. I realize I've only done a couple of missions, but I'm not seeing any hook. There are no story elements compelling me to return. This seems to be a recurring issue in games that offer customization of the story protagonist. Here, you're given the option to choose a name, so I hope you like being called Outrider by everybody. So if you're an aspiring game dev, heed this advice. A story-driven campaign needs defined characters. Save customization for an online mode, and give the player someone to connect with early, be it the character we're playing as, or give us a charismatic buddy who we want to see succeed. Because if you give us a story that it's easy to walk away from, don't be surprised when we do.
If you appreciate a YouTube channel that doesn't just pad out content to get to the 8-minute mark so that it can hammer you with ad breaks, then you should subscribe to my son's channel. You just got done watching it.